a little bit to get through this 6 minutes because this is crazy.
To have been excruciatingly painful for me. I was betrayed on so many levels by business partners, by people I trusted, where Keem has been in their ear all along. And they're nasty, disgusting people. And Keem was not able to compete with me or the BBU at a business level.
I was not able to compete with you at a business level. Everything you had was from me. What are you saying? What are you saying? That who is watching this video? Like, please, I would love to just like teleport to the people in this world that have seen this video that just heard that and believed it. I would like to pick their brain. You think it's true that Keemstar couldn't compete with the BBU on a business level? Explain to me why you think that. Like, I don't know if there's a fucking person walking the earth that actually believes that.
At Quantum Chris 5028 super chatted $20. Not even AI can make this shit up, rolling on the floor laughing. At Microfam22 super chatted $19.99. She just re-uploaded the video, Keem lol.
What? Who fucking believes that? I couldn't compete with the BBU? What?
It was winning. We were winning. And so he competed with me the only other way he could. The BBU doesn't exist if Becky Boop doesn't exist. And Becky Boop doesn't exist if I don't exist. And so he has hit me at the hardest level where I end up offing myself just like other people in his life have.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. That is the 3 cases of sewer slide baiting. Yesterday in a text message to me, or 2 days ago, whatever it was, this morning in a text message to Savage, and now this. Thank you, Thick Gemini, for the 3 months. I'll try to stop slandering the BBU. I'll try my best. This is a bad move. Like, Becky, everyone has seen the truth now. Now is not a time to continue the manipulation because literally no one's going to fall for it anymore. Like, people are done falling for this nonsense. Now is the time for accountability. Accountability for what you've done wrong, and then start over fresh. All right? I can't see anyone legitimately being like, let me go be a fan of Becky Boop without there being some accountability. You know, Boogie's been able to rebuild his career. You know, I've been through multiple controversies. Many YouTubers have. And there's a stage of accountability that you got to get through before you can get to the next part. You can't just skip this stage, Becky. You got to fucking admit what you did and that's wrong. It's common sense.
At Grievous Demise super chatted $19.99. What the fuck is a BBU? Big Baron Uterus?
That's the name of her network, I believe. Thick Gemini has truly entertained me lately. He's funny. I don't care what anyone says.
And that's what he's trying to get me to do now. And I'm not going to allow that to happen. But part of me not allowing that to happen means I have to step away for a few days and prioritize my mental health, because both Keem and Michael have spent months learning how to provoke me to have
No. We didn't spend months. We spent a week. A week talking to you and working out a plan. That was it. Savage even said it started on Sunday. No, not even a week. It's been fucking 6 days. Or 4 days or whatever the fuck it was. Definitely was not months. Definitely was a week or under a week. I got other shit going on, bro. You know, I try to fix dolls. I got this host that needs this. I got to figure out if Nerds is better in that spot or somewhere else. I got a million things going on. I can't fucking sit there and focus on you, Becky, for months to try to figure out what triggers you. That's insane. I don't care that much.
and reactions. They've learned inside out how to manipulate me. And that's what they chose to do in this situation to get what they wanted. And
Yes, guys, we're the manipulators, not her. Not her. She didn't manipulate anyone. We're the manipulators.
And I walked right into it. I walked right into it. And I'm so sorry to anyone who watches me that I've disappointed or let down. That's never what I would want to do. I have
Bro, what is this? That section right there just comes across so fake. Boogie 2988 has better acting than that. Holy shit. We got to go back. All right. This section right here sounds so fucking fraudulent. Like this is some Hallmark TV acting going on right here. What the fuck?
who watches me that I've disappointed or let down. That's never what I would want to do. I have been as open and transparent with everybody around me as I could be without violating an NDA. And as I have said all along, I say,
Dude, you've been violating the NDA since before you quit. What are you talking about? You're in violations of this NDA a million gazillion times. And obviously, way worse when you quit. You're in extreme violations of every agreement you made with me. Extreme violations. What are you talking about? Stop using that as a crutch. Well, I can't speak because I don't want to break the NDA. You've already broken it. Massively. You've been breaking it the whole time we've known you.
you again, I made all the best decisions I could with the information that was available to me at the time. And even now, there's more stuff I want to say, but I can't because I'm bound by an NDA. And
Yes, guys, she's the victim and she's bound by an NDA. She's broken the NDA multiple times. Let me be clear. Multiple times when she was here, when she was no longer here, she breaks it everywhere. Her entire business model of the BBU is a direct clone of the LCU. That's literally part of the NDA.
a lot of what I've said over the past few days that I've had to say.
Like, do you not understand that we all your conversations that you sent to Roxy and that you sent to Savage, right? Like everything you've ever said, right? Has or will be sent to me. I will hear what you've been saying.
Even explain my position. I've already walked into a trap of potentially violating my NDA. So no matter what I do or say, I make it worse for myself because then Keem can just come and try to sue me too, as if I...
Look, I literally have no interest in suing you, Becky. I don't. I really don't. That's why I was upset when you were sitting there spamming in your Discord. I'm going to sue him for everything. I'm like, no, you don't have a case. I'm the one with a case. You did so much fucked up shit to fuck up our company, and I can prove it. Half the shit is on fucking video, right? Like it's like most of it is on video, let alone pulling the data from your phone and the text conversations and the voicemails back and forth with all these other people. Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you actually kidding me? I will say I did have a productive conversation with her privately yesterday via text. But I have no interest in doing a lolly suit. But just to be clear, you're in violation of so much shit.
I haven't been through enough already. So once again, I have to ask the people who do genuinely care about me. First, I apologize to you that I can't be here right now. I apologize if I hurt you in any way or let you down in any way. And I will be here to address it in a few days once I feel better and I'm in a place where I can address it. But today is not that day. Blow after blow after blow after blow keeps coming from people right now that I never in a million years would have thought would do this to me. But they're still fucking me over one by one by one.
No, guys, I really mean it. I know everyone's spamming sue her. No, I'm not an offensive person. I'm a defensive person, right? If she was ever trying to do some shit like that with me and take me to court or whatever, my countersuit is bulletproof. I have planned for this for months and months and months and months. Because remember when she was on Queens and she was like saying all these legal terms and stuff like that? And I accused her of trying to sue me. Like, this is, again, like, I don't know when this was. If I had to guess, maybe February or something when she was acting crazy. Bro, I've had to painstakingly document so much stuff just in case she wanted to go that route. All right, just in case. But I had to protect myself because I'm not dumb. I've been through this fucking rodeo before.
Anyone who's wanted their 15 minutes or who any of these men who try to write me and I don't respond, but maybe I've shared one or two things with them in the past, they're all coming out of the woodwork now trying to sink me. And that's what Keem wanted. And a lot of people are playing right into his hands. Don't be one of those people. Don't be on the dark side of this.
Yes, guys. I'm the devil. I'm the dark side. You know, I like playing a bad guy. It's true. I've always played a bad guy on the internet, right? But if you look at my actions, kind of like a good guy, kind of a softie. But oh boy, do I like playing a villain. With you, Becky, it's like the exact opposite. You do fucked up shit. You are crazy. You are evil. But you play this nice person with morals and this. It's like the exact opposite of me. It's wild. You've been running the BBU like the only way it really clicks. Like you run the BBU like a woman named Karen, head of HR. You know, you come on there and you're like, guys, I have morals and I care about people and we do the right thing and da da da. Bro, I know you. The fans know you. Shut up. And that character you've been playing is so boring. It's so boring. It's part of the reason why Queen started to die is because you were playing that character and pandering to the Marys, the Suffa Horses, the Nick Stones, and the Nee Maries. You're the exact opposite of me. You like playing the good guy, but you're not.
And to the people like Savage who I asked you to please stop because there was no need for you to ever do this to me to begin with. And you're hitting way harder than you realize.
No, you betrayed Savage. Okay? When you and Savage started working together in the BBU, your network that you cloned to be exactly like ours, okay? You promised her protection, okay? You promised her that you would be loyal to her. And then when Savage told you she is not going back to the LCU, you said, well, I am. Well, I am. And even leading up to it, you were like, well, I don't think I'm going to, but I am going to. But, you know, it's like you played games with her. You played games with me and Mike through this whole process, right? And you took the 2,500. The only reason why Savage was even involved in this deal in the first place, this play, if you will, I shouldn't call it a deal, this play, all right, is because you insisted that Savage needed to be a part of it. Me and Mike didn't want Savage to be a part of it. We told you as such a million times, Becky, we don't want Savage involved. We're not interested in Savage. But you insisted that she must be a part of it. You insisted that Savage must be in these fucking phone calls. You insisted, and you said to us, because you made a promise with Savage that you would always be loyal to her, Savage must be in the fucking phone calls. And we said, fine. Because Keemstar and Mike knew that Savage was never coming over, no matter what. And that's why when we sent over the sign-on bonus of $2,500 to Becky and $2,500 to Savage, as soon as Savage realized that she got that money, she cash apped it back to me instantly. There is $2,500 sitting in my cash app right now from Savage. You played her for $2,500. You played all your fans, the entire BBU, that you promised, I will never work with the devil ever again. Sometimes the best way to get rid of evil is shine a spotlight on it. And that's what we did. Now everyone can see.
You actually have the nerve to send that around and say I'm suicide baiting. Guess what? Just because somebody says they feel bad enough to commit suicide doesn't mean they're baiting. It means they've been pushed that fucking hard.
At Austin Bras super chatted
Okay.
$20. Love you, Keem.
I love you
Recently
too.
joined the live docket team. Looking forward to helping you guys.
I love you too.
LCU forever.
I love you guys. And thank you guys so much for the support, right? You know, you don't need to donate on this or be a new member on this stream. This is one of those streams that I just gotta do. You know, I gotta address some of this stuff. But I would like everyone, because I'm going to rewind this a little bit, to try to tackle this logic that Becky, Jesus Christ, how much did I drink? Becky is trying to put forward here.
Have the nerve to send that around and say I'm suicide baiting. Guess what? Just because somebody says they feel bad enough to commit suicide doesn't mean they're baiting. It means
What? What is the logic? I don't understand the logic here.
they've been pushed that fucking hard. Now I will be okay. But not because somebody like Savage or anybody like Keem decided to even have a shred of decency.
That's not true. Okay. This is not true. This is not true. She's now trying to tell her fans over there that I don't have a shred of decency. That is not true at all. In fact, now the night that we did the big reveal, you know, and Becky was kicked out or whatever, that night I was drunk and me and Becky did have a conversation and I was acting like my shit didn't stink. I was on cloud nine, bro. My ego was out of control, right? And I was just playing a cool cat on the phone like, yeah, dude, get fucked. Like, you know, I didn't yell, I didn't scream or whatever. And I don't even remember really those conversations, but I did go on Rewind and talk about that conversation in the time, and so did Mike. So you know a little bit about that conversation there. All right. But the next morning, the very next morning, I got the text message from her that we read, that I posted, where she called me the devil and accused me of the Etika thing, right? And she blocked my number. So I reached out to her on Brantley's phone, and I just said, hey, it's Keem. Let's try to resolve whatever the fuck this is. You need to remove the threats of suing me and shit like that, because I'm the one that actually has a case against you. And she said that she'll delete them if I remember correctly, she'll delete the threats as long as I pay her for June money. And I go, well, there must have been some miscommunication because you're 100% getting paid for June. That's already been submitted. You know, she did work here in June on Milkers and Queens. That's already been submitted. And she goes, okay, I'll delete the threats. And then I told her at the very end of that conversation, I said, Becky, I was mad before. I got my lick back. I am no longer mad. I feel like I've gotten even for the shit that you've done. When you're done being mad, call me and I will help you. That's exactly what I text her. And I meant it. And I even publicly said that on test. All right. So this whole thing that we haven't shown a shred of decency, I can't speak for Savage, but I can speak for myself. I'll help you. But it's real easy. You got to follow my instructions, Becky. You got to take accountability. You got to do that. You do that, then you'll have a clean slate. You'll start building up fans again, and then you can truly be one of my competitors. But I don't see the shit working like this at all. I don't see it working. I see just people not trusting you. You've been caught in 4K, as the kids say. They're not going to believe a fucking thing you say.
They would love to just see me fucking dead, because that's the only way that I'll ever not.
That's not true. That's not true. God forbid she gets hit by a bus. Tears would be running down my face. I have too much history with Becky. It's just the truth. I hate her. She hates me. All right. We just got too much history. Too much shit has happened, bro. You're now a character in my life. And it's not really great. It sucks. But you are. If you passed away, I would fucking shed tears. It's just the truth.
At Cheeto Vera M5F super chatted $20. Keem, you never played a bad guy. People say you're a bad guy because you expose the truth and evil going on through the internet. You are one of the very few good guys with the balls to expose the bad. We love you, Freewoo.
You're like my fucking evil stepsister or some shit, Becky. Nope. I don't want you dead. Mike doesn't want you dead. I don't care what Xylee says. I know she doesn't want you dead. And I know she would shed a tear. I don't care how hard she's acting online. She'd shed a tear. Savage don't want you dead. Roxy don't want you dead. Your fucking biggest supporters that are no longer your supporters because you lied and manipulated them, they don't want you dead. Nobody wants you dead, Becky. It's not true.
With Keem Stars if I'm dead, because otherwise I will compete and I will win. So that's why he tried to take me out at such a disgustingly vile level.
No. That's just insane. That's literally insane. We have access to like Playbook to see how much revenue is being made on these streams. We have access to Social Blade to see how many views these streams are getting and stuff. It's not even fucking remotely close. It's just not true. Like who are you trying to convince that you were really a competitor to the LTU? Like shut up.
Savage, you're just as disgusting for being right there with him, and you've been right there with him all along. Okay, let me ask you this question, all right?
Why is Savage disgusting? All right. Savage tells her fans, yo, I love you guys too much. I ain't going back to that LCU. And then when Savage gets a sign-on bonus for $2,500, she sends it back and says, nah, I ain't coming. Becky, you tell your fans, I'm never working with the devil ever again. I'm never going back to the LCU. But then when you get the $2,500, you accept it and come back to the LCU. Who is the fucking disgusting person? You or Savage?
I don't know how you could sleep at night, but at least I can. I was as open and transparent and honest and ethical with everybody as I could be.
Really? Really? That line is wild. I told you all it's going to take a long time to get through this 6-minute video. Because whenever she says something, I have to pause it and be like, sounds like bullshit. It's like half of a sentence gets out of her mouth and I have to pause it and be like, hold up. That ain't checking out. And then we got to listen to it again to really be like, did she really say that?
I don't know how you could sleep at night, but at least I can. I was as open and transparent and honest and ethical with everybody as I could be. And I never...
Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. Bro, that is... Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. All right? That right there should be a meme. I was honestly and ethical with everyone as much as I could be. Like, bro, that should be a fucking clip, bro. That should be a fucking... She lied and manipulated and betrayed everyone. Me, Mike, Tina, Roxy, Savage, fucking Nick Stone, Safa Horse, Neighbory, Mayor, everyone. Literally everyone. That should be a fucking meme. Somebody clip that. Are you kidding me, dog? Are you kidding me?
broke a single promise.
Whoa. Does she end this by saying, I never broke a single promise?
I never broke a single promise.
What? What? What the fuck? This is crazy work. This is crazy work. As Yo Mama would say, we in upside down land. She never broke a single promise. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. This is what I'm saying. I texted Becky before we went live, and I said, I sent her a voice message. I said, stop with the suicide baiting, and like, you got to take some accountability. Like, this is crazy, this video you put up. Like, this ain't gonna work, bro. This is not gonna get any support. This is just gonna get worse. People are gonna get mad over this video. Like, really mad. And I think maybe she took my advice and that's why she deleted it. But now that I'm responding to it, she's put it back up. And I don't know if she put it back up because she's thinking, okay, well, now that Keemstar's responding to it, my video might pop off or whatever. But trust me, you want the video not on your channel. This is bad. You don't want this as the history of the Becky Boop channel.
At Here We Go super chatted $19.99. Her death baiting is very upsetting to any who has experienced real loss that way. Remember those left behind.
And look, there's this weird thing where you're like, obviously she's being manipulative, but at the same time, why are you doing that to me? Like, why are you doing the suicide baiting to me? Like, that, don't do that. Like, that is like one of the most manipulative, horrible things you could do to someone, right? She did it to me. She did it to Savage. She's now making it public. And it's like, dude, no. Nobody wants that. And that is not the way out. It's never going to be the way out. The way out is just so